Yes, we are talking about Uber, who has almost changed the lifestyles of the people of Bangladesh. So big round of applause for Uber, please. So Uber has accommodated almost 174 million rides so far, contributing towards 55 billion BDT towards the economy. Oh, okay. Hi, Mike. Okay, so Mike is already here. Thank you. I was about to invite Mike Orgill, Senior Director, Public Policy and Governance Relations, Asia Pacific Uber. Mike, thank you so much. Thank you. Please, a big round of applause. So Mike, I hope you don't mind standing.
I'll do whatever you want. Yeah.
Okay. So Mike, we were just talking about Uber. So first of all, just a very brief question. So how are you feeling about Bangladesh? Is it your first time visiting Bangladesh?
This is not my first time in Bangladesh.
Okay, I think this is...
This is on? How's this? No? Okay. No, it's not my first time in Bangladesh. I've been here probably 8 to 10 times in the past decade. Absolutely love it, and it's so inspiring to see all the energy right now.
Thank you, thank you. I think that is what we want to hear from the investors, and that is what we want to see as well. So just in the interest of saving time, I'll be very brief, Mike. So one of the first questions I had was, given Uber's digital footprint, how are digital and data-related policies you think might shape up in coming future? Because a lot of activities are going around, Data Protection Act, cloud policies. I know in Bangladesh, storing these data points are usually a hurdle for the investors. So how do you look at it, or what is Uber doing about it?
Well, certainly I think we can all agree that data protection really underpins our ability to have a functioning digital ecosystem. And so I think that getting it in place soon is absolutely critical. And so really commend the government for its quick momentum right now to move those laws into place. I think the key thing from our perspective, having seen these laws around the world, is really making sure that the settings are fine-tuned and those little details matter. And so I'll give an example. Whenever you go on the internet and you go to a European website, you get those really annoying little cookie things. They say, do you want this? Do you want this? And we have that consent fatigue. And we've realized over time is that while the intent was spot on, people should understand how their data is being used, the actual implementation can get really kind of annoying, or it can be done kind of wrong. And so I think one of the key things is, as we look at the data protection ordinance in Bangladesh, is really ensuring that all those settings are right, so that we get the policy goals of protecting user data in place correctly, but also at the same time ensure that it's viable for companies that have to operate a meaningful business.
Great. No, thank you. So that brings me to my next question. So now, since we've been talking a lot about, digital tools, AI, blockchain, etc. So from Bangladesh perspective, how do you think, what kind of digital policies should we have, or what kind of policies we should have that would promote AI in a governed manner? Can you share some maybe best practice that you've seen globally from Uber's perspective?
Yeah, I think the jury is still out a little bit on what the best practices for AI regulation are. I think there's a lot of really smart attention that's going into it right now. But I think sort of the underpinning things of data protection is super important. I think having people be informed and making sure that we have the right digital literacy in place. I think, again, what Bangladesh is doing right now in terms of getting digital public infrastructure in place is going to be absolutely critical. So I guess I think we're still seeing the AI space evolve very quickly. We've seen some countries move too quickly, I think, to put in rules that don't allow for innovation. And so I think being able to be measured and to ensure that we're listening to stakeholders is going to be absolutely critical.
Thank you. The last question from me. So what's next from Uber? Because today I think Uber, as I was mentioning initially, that it has become a part of our lifestyle, right? Without Uber, we cannot, at least I cannot think of a day without Uber. So what's next? What are you bringing next for Bangladesh?
Well, for Bangladesh, I won't tell you, but maybe what I'll share is where we're going internationally. I think the things that I'm most excited about are the future being shared, being electric, multimodal, and autonomous. And so this idea that we are going to be able to move, within the next decade or two to fully electric fleets. I think our commitment is by 2040 around the world, and so that transition is incredibly important. I think the idea of multimodal transportation, where Perhaps you get an Uber Moto to a public transport station, and then pick up an Uber car to go to your work. Like having that interconnected thing at play. And then finally, I think the space around autonomous is moving very, very quickly. We've now launched autonomous partnerships with a number of different companies around the world. So you can now get an autonomous vehicle in places like Austin or Dubai. And I think that as that technology evolves, I think we will eventually see it here. I think there will have to be some very specific training for the Bangladesh traffic, but I think there's certainly a future for Uber that looks very different than it does today.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mike. Thanks a lot for your time. A big round of applause for Mike, please.